What up? It's your boy Money Mark coming at you guys in another edition of Sneaker Saturdays, and we are here. Another Saturday, guys. Another Saturday with you guys. I appreciate you guys still keeping the channel alive, keeping your boy here in your hearts. Definitely appreciate it. So in this edition of Sneaker Saturdays, we are gonna get to some drops. We're gonna do some drops. We're gonna give you some dates, some solid dates, some solid price points, so you're ready to go ahead and get it done. Because that's just the American way, right? The American way. So I definitely appreciate you guys, of course, always jumping on here with your boy, chopping it up, and getting on to these drops. I appreciate it, man. I really do. It just warms my heart. It warms my heart. Every subscriber, every person that watches my videos, even if it's for 2 minutes, I appreciate it, guys. You are the reason why I do this. You. So, getting into it, we got 3 sneakers that we're gonna talk about. Well, 4, because it's kind of like a collaboration or capsule in and of itself. So let's kick things off and get to the nitty-gritty. All right, so now I know I told you guys that we're gonna give you guys confirmed dates or whatever the case may be. For this sneaker, there's no confirmed date. It is a first look. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Psych, I lied. Sorry, it happens. But jumping right into it. Now, of course, if you watch this channel, if you've been watching it since its inception, back when I just had the other camera that was kind of looking towards the side and you didn't get the overhead view and you didn't get to see me in all my glory and all my baldness, you would know that I have always been a fan of collaborations, number 1. Number 2, I've always been a fan of Nike. Number 3, I've always been a fan of Dunks. And when all 3 of those, well, 2 of those are going to happen regardless. But when we get a mixture of that, super excited. I remember telling you, we talked about the acid wash Dunks. We talked about the barbershop Dunks. But now we have a very special Dunk. And this Dunk is near and dear to my heart. It really is. Now, you're probably going to say, Money, every Dunk is near and dear to your heart. And I get it. I get why you would say that. I do. But when I tell you that this is near and dear to my heart, because it touches my childhood, man. It touches my childhood, man. I am talking to you guys about the latest first look. Not really first look. I mean, if you're on the sneaker sites, you've probably seen this already. But I'm talking to you guys. First look for the channel. We're going to talk about the Nike Dunk Low Bart Simpsons. Bart Simpsons. Now, I know you guys probably noticed in the culture and sneaker culture in general, there have been a lot of collaborations that's kind of just been shoved down our throats. We're just getting collaborations. And some of these have been executed very well. And some of them have not been executed so well. This one right here, I think it is necessarily executed well. And one thing I will always say about Nike knows how to get the most out of their collaborations with whoever, right? Nike will not allow anybody to just throw out a trash looking gym shoe. And I have to say, with the Bart Simpsons, this is definitely the case. I'm just jumping into the Bart Simpsons and taking a quick look at the sneaker in general. You get essentially the classic colorways that is the Simpsons in general. So, of course, when looking at it and just taking a look, and I always start at the toe box, just take a look at that toe box. At the center of that toe box, it's that Simpson yellow, that bright Simpson yellow. That, of course, is commemorating to this, pretty much almost like a canary, but it's kind of like it's kind of like meant to look like the exact color of Bart Simpson, of his skin in general. Of course, you look at the panels on outside of that on the toe box, and of course towards the back as well, you get that red, almost kind of like an orange, but like a deeper red colorway that kind of sits on there as well. White Nike sign. Keep it white. And honestly, if they did any other color with the whites, with their Nike sign, it would probably been a little tacky, of course, as well. That midsole, of course, just like a true Dunk, we have a white midsole on that sneaker with that blue, that blue, almost that aqua blue bottom sole to kind of commemorate the shorts as well. So it's kind of like a crescendo, right? You got the yellow for the skin, you got the red panels for the t-shirt, and then the blue panels at the bottom, or on the bottom sole. You get that blue to kind of give you the shorts in and of itself. Seeing as The Simpsons is a show that they pretty much wear the same clothes every freaking episode unless something special happens. Smart, right? And honestly, looking at it, especially picking it up, it looks like, I mean, I get it. Bart Simpson. In the middle, in the sock liner of that shoe, you get that aqua blue, that same kind of aqua blue color in the sock liner itself as well. And yeah, man, it's a straightforward sneaker, right? A straightforward sneaker. Now, the crazy thing about it, I think, is interesting, and I'm wondering if it's a sign to come with Dunks. Really, I'm honestly wondering. But these price point on this is only $100. Only $100. Now, mind you, if you're old like me and you remember when Dunks were only like $60 or $70, Nike ain't doing us no favors. But I'll say that in the current hype world of Nike and Dunks, I would just assume that these sneakers would just be a little bit more, especially that it is a collaboration with a known franchise. For me, these shoes definitely hit a soft spot for me because, of course, it is a Nike collaboration with The Simpsons. And I have been an avid watcher of The Simpsons for forever. Right now, actually, I watch Simpsons episodes with my little daughter and just trying to get her acclimated to the things that Daddy used to love. And you know, I still watch The Simpsons from time to time. One of the best episodes is the George Bush episode. The best episode, I think. One of the best. So yeah, definitely, I think if you're down with The Simpsons, you're down with, you know, collaborations, be on the lookout. Of course, I'll update you guys with a video to let you know when these shoes actually will come out, but definitely be on your lookout. Keep your eyes peeled. Yeah. All right, so next on deck, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna go to a sneaker that we've ever talked about. We're gonna talk about, of course, Vans.
But they look like sneakers. Got my Vans on.
Vans on, but they look like sneakers. Got my Vans. Yeah, Vans, dog. We got our Vans on and they look like sneakers. That's what we doing. We out here. That's what we doing. That's what we're doing. So, Vans. Now, looking at Vans, essentially, one of the things about Vans is that Vans are a very interesting topic when it comes down to shoes in general because of the fact that Vans are a canvas sneaker. Now, if you don't know what a canvas sneaker is, basically, the sneaker that ain't got no air bubbles. Basically, just a flat piece of plastic material, a rubber material at the bottom of that. When you're thinking Vans, when you're thinking canvas, you're thinking your Chuck Taylors, and you're thinking, of course, your Vans sneakers, your most Vans sneakers are a canvas shoe in general. That's their thing. Now, looking at Vans in general, Vans, I guess people have mixed opinions in and of itself, right? There seems to be a huge anti and a huge pro-Van crowd, of course. There's a couple people sprinkled in between. I'm kind of one of the in-betweeners as well. I kind of started messing with Vans after I transitioned out of my sneaker phase for a little bit. And I started wearing it because I was wearing a lot of classic wear, a lot of polo, Ralph Lauren, a lot of, you know, more classic wear items. And I felt that canvas shoes, I could still have my creativity when it comes down to my sneakers, but still look the way I wanted to look with my shoes, with my shirts and shoes and outfits as well. So that's what made me kind of jump into Vans. When looking at the history of Vans, essentially, there've been an assortment of dope collaborations. There's the Revenge Storm series, which, as a kid, I don't know what it is about the lightning bolt that made me go, oh my gosh, these are great, but the Revenge series, the Revenge Storm series, and of course, there's an assortment of others. And this collaboration, or collection, I should say, obviously does not disappoint. We are talking about the second rendition of the Babe and Ape Bapesta collaboration with Vans. Yep, the second edition. Now, just like in the previous edition that could drop 2021 in the fall, you're getting a high top and you're getting a low top sneaker, a low and a high. And just jumping right into these things, you know, I didn't talk about the Vans last year because honestly, I didn't think the colorways were really all that, to be honest with you. It was hard to tell. It just looked like a camouflage sneaker, to be honest. But these bad boys, these things right here, they look like They look like a collaboration. They look like some stuff is going on in these bad boys right here. So looking at it, the sneaker itself, it's like looking at the high top. All right, just taking a quick glance at the high top, right? I can't see all the panels on it, but when you're looking at it, it's clear to see that this is definitely a true collaboration between the two companies. You see a lot of the imagery that makes Vans who they are, which is on, to point that out, on the left outer panel side that you see right there, you're gonna see that classic Van checkered graphic on that as well, with the Vans logo, of course, going through the middle of that bad boy as well. Now, this is really giving me what the vibes, because every single panel seems to have a different color. And me personally, for some reason, I'm super into like the clashing colorways, essentially. Like Puma just released a Rick and Morty rendition of the LaMelo Ball sneakers, and it's like a maroon one, and it's like a green blue one, or whatever the case may be. I like it when both colors of both sneakers don't necessarily match. When Jordan released those Jordan 5s, I was super into those too as well. So these bad boys are here, and they look great. Now, looking at it as well, I mean, just kind of jumping into the other panels, of course, on the other side, we have, of course, a Bape. Right, we have a Bape pink and like a high, like a light pink or a sharp pink camo colorway. Of course, we have the white logo on that side as well. On the opposite side, or on the right foot, it looks like we have a blue Bape colorway. And in the inside of that, it looks like we have like a camo material. Where the laces are, the panels are all different funky colors: green, lime green, blue, yellow, regular green. I think there might be a red on there as well. The toe boxes, on the left shoe on the toe box is a blue colorway, and then on the right foot itself is a yellow colorway that comes up to there, and that goes all the way up to the tongue itself. Sick. Honestly, just giving us just really a dope. Did I say dope? Dope collaboration. Now, like I told you, I think I told you in the previous sneaker that we discussed, I lied. We don't have all the details, but we do have a release date. This is set to release on the 26th. We don't have a price point as of yet. As soon as, of course, I do some digging, you know what I'm saying, in these streets, I'm gonna find you the price point, and I'm gonna give it to you, and then you're gonna know what to do. You feel me? All right, so keeping up with the same theme of no information whatsoever, just first looks, we are gonna talk about like I'm dropping sneakers. We're gonna talk about another sneaker that's set to drop. We don't know. We don't know. They didn't give us no information. We have no idea. All they did was tempt us with these sweet, sweet imagery. Now, when we talk about Nike, we oftentimes have a tendency, especially if you're a sneakerhead, we oftentimes have a tendency to only talk about the Jordans, or only talk about the Dunks, or, you know, we don't give Air Max enough love. We don't give them enough appreciation for what they've done for us, giving us a comfortable shoe to look good in. Now, oftentimes when we do talk about the Air Max, we talk about the Air Max 95. We talk about the Air Max 1, because usually those have the coolest colorways. But we oftentimes leave our good buddy, Air Max 97, out of the picture. And it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Well, on this platform, we respect Air Max 97, and to show you that we respect Air Max 97, we're going to talk about a pair of Air Max 97s that are set to drop whenever the hell Nike wants to put it out. When I have the date, of course, I will talk to you about it. This, of course, is a first look. What I'm talking about the Springtime Blossoms. That's right, the Springtime Blossoms. Now, Springtime Blossoms is coming from a long line of not necessarily secret, but dope Air Max 97 releases that, you know, have come out and come into the space. Now, first and foremost, Air Max collaborations typically seem to span across all three, the 95s, the 97s, and the 98s. So I'm very interested to see if that is going to be a 98 Springtime Blossom, is there going to be a 95 Springtime Blossom. A 95 Springtime Blossom might be super dope. But just jumping into it, keeping up with the dope traditions of just a dope sneaker, we look at this bad boy right here, and the first thing we see this awesome, and I'm not even, normally I start with the toe box, But we got to talk about the sock liner and that insole. Now, looking at that insole, we see a tropical, floral, kind of Hawaiian blue, kind of sky blue and red floral pattern on that insole as well with the Nike sign. And I don't know, like, I have a buddy of mine who we geek out over things like that. And one of the things he was saying about, like, I think we were looking at a pair of Dunks, is like, man, when you got the dope insole and then you over at the little chick's house and she looks inside the shoe and she's like, ooh. I don't know why I thought of that. I don't know why I shared that story with you, but maybe because, you know, we're close like that. But anyways, yes, that dope pattern, first and foremost, sets it off. You take those bad boys off, it's just gonna make you appreciate that you bought them. Looking at the colorway of it itself, it is basically a, you know, a tropical kind of colorway. It does have a weird shade of gray inside of the, in between what would you call these teal green marks as well. That kind of gives it a different kind of vibe. Doesn't make it too tropical. It kind of makes it more of a tone down, because these are some pretty bright colors, right? You have a teal, you have a bright blue, you have yellow, you have red on that sneaker as well. So having that gray kind of makes it it dulls it a little bit and makes it more just like everyday wearish, essentially. We have, of course, in that middle panel, we have that Nike sign with the yellow background and the red Nike sign on that thing. On that bottom half of the sneaker as well, it's white. So kind of on like the mud guard of the sneaker itself, going over to the back tab, you kind of have a white colorway on that as well. We have, of course, the classic vintage Air Max 97 bubble right before you hit that bottom sole in that blue colorway. Well, blue, it's blue in general. And then, of course, we're looking at the back. We still have the white that kind of goes all the way from the front all the way to the back. And we have that back tab that's kind of like a combination of a white back tab with a blue designs on it as well. This right here is pretty much a straightforward release. We got, of course, the bottom sole that's black with the red logo in the back of that thing as well on the heel. This right here is just giving great energy. It's great energy. Why is it giving great energy? Because it is just what it is Air Max 97s. And Air Max 97s in general, what I've always felt about Air Max 97s is that they give a comfortable vibe. And oftentimes they'll take the most extreme colorway and make it look like an everyday wear, which is one of the great things about it. They're always kind of toned down a little bit in how they bring the colors in. Air Max 95s is usually where you're gonna get your pizzazz. That's usually when you get your 98s. I don't know what I feel about the 98s. They weird me out a little bit. I don't know what's going on with them, but yeah, there's the 98s as well. So looking at this shoe, of course, we don't have a price point. Of course, we don't know when it's going to drop. It's the first look, but I wonder, definitely think this is a shoe that should be copped. Let me also focus on, we have white laces on the shoe. You have to talk about the laces whenever you do a sneaker review. So, and every time I forget the laces, please in the comments let me know, hey, what about the laces, bro? But yeah, white laces. I think this shoe definitely is going to be a must-have for the summer. I wonder what the price point's going to be, and I wonder if that Spring Blossom colorway is going to be on the 95s as well, because I'm interested to see how the 95s tackle that as well. 97s are usually more dulled down. It seems like the 97s are more for the adults, right? The adults that used to just have dope sneakers, and then the 95s are for like the young adults that are still out here, you know, getting it. And that's it, guys. 3 sneakers. We talked about 3 sneakers. Three. And I'm not going to do for 3 for 3, but 3 sneakers this episode of Sneaker Saturdays. Now, guys, first and foremost, we kick things off talking about that Bart Simpson collaboration with Nike, or Simpson's collaboration with Nike. Now, looking at that thing, of course, we have, of course, the colorways that match exactly what Bart looks like with the yellow, red, and blue, orangey red and blue. This right here is a straightforward sneaker, straightforward dunk, giving you those classic looks. Definitely looks like a cartoon. It just feels like cartoon when I look at it. And then we talked about, of course, the collaboration or the collection with Bape. Now, we didn't really get into the low top, because the low top is basically just a basic camo, and I'm gonna show it to you right there. But I primarily talked about the high top. I thought those high tops were dope. It gave me what the vibes. You have all those different Bape colorways and still giving you that checkerboard pattern that Vans made famous. Definitely dope as well. And then, of course, we started talking about Spring Blossom Air Max 97s. Now, like I told you before, this is a long line of Air Max 97. Long line of Air Max 97 collaborations. Or not collaborations, but colorways that have been dope. There, you got, of course, that insole, that super dope vibrant insole that kind of offsets the kind of almost, not necessarily plain, but kind of like the more so reserved colorway of these Spring Blossoms. You got the gray, of course, in the accents as well. And we also have that teal and that blue. We got that white mudguard, black bottom sole. Well, now, if I had to tell you what shoe that I think you should cop, I would definitely keep my eyes out for, in my opinion, the Babes. Yeah, the Babes. The high top Babes. Why not? Honestly speaking, one of the things I like about Vans is Vans are just a comfortable sneaker. Also as well, with Babe being what they are, it's being sold on the Vans store itself. So you have a better chance, in my personal opinion, of possibly grabbing it. This shoe right here is not necessarily, at least it's a super hype shoe. Out of the three, I grabbed those because honestly, it's a story to tell. It's gonna be something to talk about when you have that sneaker on. So I would suggest you grabbing the Bape Van collaboration. And with that is our 3 sneakers with Sneaker Saturdays. Woo! We made it! We did it! 3 sneakers. So, guys, continue to like, share, subscribe. Continue to, of course, support the channel, support the page, support your boy. This is your boy, Money Mark, signing out. Peace.